we're going to talk about some things about how to structure a business, how to start a business, how to be successful in business. Because one of the things for 2025 that I think we need to focus on is getting our money right. Okay. So, in order for you to be prepared for a lot of these things, that we're going to talk about them today, and we're going to get them together, and we're going to do them in order, and we're going to make sure that we are doing what we need to do, right? Okay, now the beginning of the process of anything that you want to build, okay? So anyway, anything that you want to build and you want to build it successfully, speaking of businesses, you got to have everything in place, everything lined up. So now the beginning of it, I'm going to talk to you and tell you this is going to be a multiple part series, okay? How about that? This is going to be multiple parts, and we're going to talk about this. Now, the first thing that you need to do before you decide on getting any other things together, you need to come up with a name. And coming up with a name of your business is just not something you want it to be catchy. It's not just something that you can just throw together. Think about something catchy. Think about something that you can use long term. Let me get my mic over here. Think about something you can use long term. Think of something that will be, not hard for somebody to read when it comes down to your business. Think about using something that's hadn't been used. You won't, if you don't copyright it or trademark it right now. When you start your business, you need to consider that and make sure that you research it before you come up. You take a name. Now, all of this is going to help you get grants, get loans, and it's going to help you with when you're doing contracts. So you want to look like a real business. You want to look like you're serious. So you won't only have to worry about just getting clients from just the general public. You want to maybe put yourself in position so where you can do business with other businesses as well. And this is some of the things that they're looking for. So you want to just use all of your options. This is what we're going to do in 2025. We're looking at all options on how we can do business. So this is not only one thing that you've been doing business with. Your just gaining customers or building your buying base with just customers. We want to prepare yourself for B2B. We want to also prepare yourself. B2B is business to business, and we want to also prepare you for contracts, and we want to also make sure you're prepared for any kind of loans that you can get out here. Now, all of this planning is going to be required for you to get some serious funding, okay? So we shall be talking about that. Now, let's get on in here and talk a little bit about how this need to look and how this need to be structured. Now that you know what you're going to what you're going to be doing it for, right? So you want to make sure that you have all of these things lined up. It is very important that you look the part, okay? Look the part. Remember that, look the part. Now, in order to be able to look the part, you want to have your branding right. You want to have your branding nice. You want to have your branding on not only mean colors, not only mean the way your font look. It means branding means more than that. And we're going to talk about some things that are what is branding. I mentioned your name. You want to make sure that your name is not used by anyone else. There are other ways to find that out. So the next thing you want to be prepared for is your physical address of your business. Even if you have to get a virtual address, you want to make sure that you're not using a PO box. That doesn't work when you are developing contracts, getting loans and things like that. That is not favorable for you. And then also knowing your NAICS code. Let me say this right now. Your NAICS code is that number that it can be used when you get government contracts, and it is called for those identifying the services that you offer. So you want to be generalized, want to know that too as well. And then also you want to make sure that you have your professional business email. You can have a Gmail or some sort, or just a general, and that can be for miscellaneous things coming to your business, but you want to make sure that you have a business or professional email. That's one of the ways, if you don't know this, but that is one of the ways that people yeah, thank you. That is one of the ways that people or companies will decide will push you aside and won't accept you, won't take you serious, especially when it comes down to like grants and government contracting and things like that. Not, I guess not so much as with government contracting, but it will, separate you from those that they feel like they're serious and those that they feel like they're, that they just don't have it together. They don't have their stuff together. So anyway, you want to be prepared for that. Now, like I said, you can have a Gmail or some sort like that. And I'm encouraged some of you over here, y'all, please share the video if you don't mind. Share. All people will take you in according to your dress code first. Yes. And you are so right. But it all depends on the industry you're in for the dress code. Because some industry, construction industry, you don't have to look so professional. And that. Okay. So now some other thing you would be advantageous for you to having a business phone line, having a business phone line, not using your cell phone number as the main priority line. You can get an 800 number or some sort like that, or you can have another line, but it would be good. And this will help you too when you develop and get towards your business credit. This is going to be very important. Sometimes you're turned down for these particular things, business credit and things like that. You're turned down because these are some things that they're looking for. They may not tell you, but that can hinder you too as well. So make sure you do that. Make sure you have all of that together. And like I said, 800, and then also get on the 411 listing. That will be to benefit you when you are applying for business credit. Because if you are in business, let's be realistic about it. You are going to one day want to extend and get some business credit. It's different than personal credit. We'll talk about that another day. But it's different than personal credit. So it just ranked differently. You apply for it differently and all those things. So anyway, and by the way, Black Friday, I will have a sale on a lot of these courses, getting into detail more about it. So you will, if you would like a copy, let me also, I think I got to give y'all something too. On here, let's see. I think I've already uploaded it. Let me see. I want to show you what I have in. No, I didn't. Okay, but I can do it real quick. I want to show you what I will be doing for Black Friday. And the more you are prepared for the opportunity, the better off you will be in having your 2025 in a good, getting started from a good standpoint. So we're going to get ourselves together. We're going to make sure that 2025, we're not even worrying about what's going on in 2025 other than we're going to make it happen. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make it happen. We're not worrying about who's in office, but we're going to worry about how we're going to make our lives better by taking action. So this is what this video is about. Taking action. Taking action. So, and then this is what I want to show you here. If you go and push the dream, y'all can't see it over here. If you go to pushthedream.com, you first are going to get here. You're going to see this information here. Stroll down and you're going to see where you can click on the gold button is to get all of the training and classes, but this business plan blueprint, and this is what will be involved in it. And this is the landing page here, and this is, you can get your free guide. There's a free guide for you. So if you are interested in it, go over to pushthedream.com and get your free guide. Okay, so that way you can be prepared. And some of these things I am speaking to you of, that's what it's all about. Now let's get a little bit more into the legalities of it all. Because remember, let me repeat, this is to set you up for getting some money for your business idea. if you don't do some of these things here, other than you having your own money to start your business with, it won't happen. It's just, it requires you. And not only business planning is done for not only you, it's done, I mean, for your loan or a grant or a contract, it's done for you. So where you can be crystal clear, you can have all your revenue opportunities written down, and you can know you can have a great pathway of getting your business out there, and being successful in it, because they said within 5 years a lot of startup businesses are out of business because they can't seem to keep it afloat. And the reason why, because they were just winging it. They were going along the way, not being detailed about what they wanted and how they wanted to structure their business, how they wanted it to look, how they wanted it to grow, and all those things. So it's so important that we do this. Okay. So now, thank you for writing those down, those tips down, those steps down. I appreciate you over there. Okay, now the next thing we want to talk about, and that you should know to be successful out here in this world, is what's your operational structure would be like. Let me just brief you on that. And what we mean by your operational structure is, how are you going to serve your clients? And that is determining what are you going to have, how many streams of income, or how many streams you're going to have to be able to get that product in your business. For instance, if you are just let's choose the beauty industry for a chance. Like if I had a salon, and this is true when I had my salon. So by the way, y'all, I've had 4 businesses. Okay. All right. Well, I still have 2 of them. I closed the 2 salons, the brick and mortar. So I did close them. So I am still, I have 2 other businesses. So anyway, if I was just starting a salon, and then I'm looking like, okay, the operational flexibility here, let's talk about that. I would say the operations, how am I going to operate this business? Well, first of all, you would think about how many so will I be doing this by myself, or will I have employees, or what time of the day I'll be open, what type of, what day of the weeks I'll be open, what would be my kind of like, this can go into marketing too as well, but you want to know like what would be my promotional schedules, but that can go into your marketing area. But operational would meaning how many, like I said, how many employees would I have, how will the breaks be, if for the employees, how will I get the products in, what kind of products there would be, what kind of services I would offer, what else in addition to what I can add on to the client coming and getting their hair done, what else can I sell them, and what else service can I give in the guidelines of me being qualified to do it, or maybe the business can operate. So those are some things that you need to do, you need to think about. And then also, don't forget, in the legalities of it all, don't forget to set up your tax liability schedules. And remember, mentioned to you in another video, I mentioned to you that you should have more than one account for your business, your account for your taxes, your account for maybe operations, your account for maybe your payroll, your account for miscellaneous things, and your account for maybe your vendors, your a few accounts that I mentioned to you that you should have in your business. So that's what I'm talking about there. So make sure that you keep that in mind as you're in business. Okay. Exactly. So now, also, the next thing is, how many different multiple streams of income will you have? That is so important. How many multiple streams of income will you have in your business? You can either partner with let's still stay in the salon. Like, let's say for instance, okay, I can say, well, you know what? I want to do some B2B with another business. Well, I can contact nursing homes. I can contact, someone that, I can say, hey, well, my team can come out. I can contact personal care homes. If I have a team, if, I have some employees, and maybe we can go to their facilities and do their service, or maybe we can have them come into our particular business at a certain date and time. Maybe we can partner with we can probably partner with a cancer center. Maybe I can get my staff we can make wigs for them. We can even, and then see, that can even go into a contract. So whatever businesses you have, you can always find a way to do government contracting with those, with the government. Because I'm gonna share this with you too. There's a mattress place here on our main road, and it's by the mall. And so anyway, there's a main it's a mattress place, right? But you rarely see many, you really see any business there. But I know they're doing extremely well, because I'm sure they probably, more than likely, they do business. I'm sure they have some walk-in traffic, but the main business probably they have is contracts. Okay, so just think about the government contracts for the government, and then possibly B2B. They probably partner with hotels, so they probably get there, and then I don't know, maybe they don't, but I'm sure, and they don't, probably not even in the same city. So a lot of them are, a lot of them may, like I said, they may even have contracts with the prisons, or whatever, because just think about who needs mattresses, and I'm sure that they maybe sell certain beds and things like that. So that is, I'm sure, a way that they are making their money, although they have their brick and mortar, and it's probably not a whole lot of people buying mattresses, but they've been open for years, and I'm sure that is what's keeping the doors open. So for maintenance. Mm. So anyway, that is another idea too. So yeah. So also, the next thing is knowing. Let's talk about marketing a little bit. Now, in the event of marketing, I want you to make sure that you have your social medias set up. That's one way. Doing ads with the geolocations, and doing ads with Google, doing ads with some of the other platforms. That's a great thing to do. Doing less with your social media. You can do ads with them. TikTok has ads, Facebook has ads, Instagram has ads. You can do advertisement with your with your social media platforms. Have them set up. Now, there is a science and there's a strategy to that. You want to make sure that you've got it set up. You're monitoring your metrics. You are making sure that those ads that you're running, that they're working. And then also, when you are marketing, before you even get to that point, there's strategies that you have to use to get to that point. You need to build up an audience before you start marketing to cold traffic. You need to come up with ways that they know you exist before they even purchase anything from you. You always hear people say lead magnet, or create something, give it to them for free so where they can get on your list. That's for social media. And then other ways you can check with, if you're local, if you have a brick and mortar, you can check with different, get involved with different chamber of commerce, be at different events, go to maybe, you know, all kind of whatever's going on, if it fits your business model, whatever's going on in your city. They have all kind of events. Look at on Eventbrite to see what's going on in your city. Look at the local news station bulletins. They pretty much tell you what's going on. If there's an event coming up, and if you have, like, say, for you have a clothing store or something like that, if anything is coming up, what you want to do is you want to just kind of, like, maybe you can advertise put your advertisement to or copy, the copy of your advertisement to fit the particular event coming up or something like that. Like these holidays, you can make sure that you marketing that way. So this is how you get your marketing. Like I said, it's a science to it. You got to get your marketing out there. You got to let people know and start in an ample enough time. Don't start too late. Don't come too late to the party to try to get to try to get people to purchase your products. You got to plan these things out. Already you should have your calendar if you are in business, and if you're not, this is for future reference. You should have your business set up. You should already have your business, your marketing campaigns at least set up for at least, if not all of next year, half of next year, because all of the holidays is coming up that's normally come up every year. There's nothing no events that's surprisingly coming up. Use those to kind of start at least setting up your marketing campaign for that, or for those, okay, coming up with colors or coming up with themes or whatever, just whatever. So always keep your business visible. Partner with some of your churches, partner with some of your organizations, partner with some of your schools, whatever. When it's teacher appreciation, when it's prom, whatever it is, whatever holiday coming up, think of what your business can do to be a part of that. Meaning, how can you do business with another business, or how can you do business in your, if this is something, if even if you're not local, people still ordering offline or whatever the case may be. So just like this holiday season here, whatever else is out there, um and ask. Okay, so anyway, that is some good information there for you with that. Now let me talk to you about this. Coming up with your prices for your services, your products or your services. You don't want to just come out of thin air and see what your competitors are charging, and then say, I'm going to charge, I'm going to charge it a little bit lower so where I can just, kind of lowball them. And you can't do that. You don't come up with your prices that way. You have to determine what's going to be your overall before your break even. Thank you. You want before your thank you before your cost of goods sold. You want to make sure that you know what is it going to cost you, your raw material for doing for making it. Like say if you got a service, a product, you want, how much did it cost you to make that product or get that product? That's including your shipping and handling, gas, if you have to make it up, whatever the ingredients are, before you come to your break even point. That's what I was going to say. Before you come up with your break even point, or how to come up with your break-even point. And then what is your expenses, your fixed costs? What if you're in a brick and mortar, if you're in a location, what's your rent, what's your utilities, what's your insurance, whatever it is, whatever it costs, things that don't change every month, what is that? Oh, and then come adding all of that up and then dividing it by the units of your products. So that's how your per unit of what you're selling. So that's how you come up with, and then you need to learn how much you're gonna sell, and how much you got to sell in order to break even before you can make a profit. So that's how a lot of businesses are not, they're not successful. They don't, they just don't survive their business, because of the fact that they are not prepared for that. They're not prepared for what is this going to cost me, and then they just come up there with a price, and they're really not, they're really not serious about it. So anyway, that's what that is. All right, now targeting, should be a part of your marketing too as well, but all of this needs to be a part of your business planning. And targeting who your audience is should be well thought out. You should know that you got a specific, there's going to be a specific group of people that's going to purchase what you're selling, and you want to know who they are. So, and guess what? And that way it's less work on you, because you don't have to work as hard to market to them. Did you know that? You don't have to work as hard to market to them. When you know who you're going to service, and when you know who you're gonna service for one, and when you know who's gonna be your, who's gonna be that person that's gonna rock with you. You halfway there. You halfway there. And then and also once you get that together, get your target audience together, you need to make sure that you kind of nurture them, you let them know how much you care. And then as you're marketing, especially on social media, let me tell you this, as you're marketing, you can always get the lookalike. You can always get you can always find your lookalike. Hey, dear. Yeah, so you can always find out that. And then also targeting, separating when you do your target market, you want to separate your target market into segments. The ones that just spend a little bit of money with you, and then your premium people, and then your VIPs. You can do things that way too as well. That's how a lot of people, they separate their clients. And then you can nurture those that don't spend a whole lot with you starting out, and then you can see what they need and then grow from there with them, and then you can always do it with them. So yeah. Hey, divine digital guide, how you doing? So yeah, so that way you'll be ahead of that game. So, and also, I think one more thing, and then we'll stop today because I don't want to overwhelm you with that. But there's a lot more that we're gonna have to talk about when it comes down to it's getting prepared for doing business in 2025 to have such a marvelous and a great year. We definitely want to do that. Okay. Now, in your marketing, let me elaborate on that a little bit more. In your marketing for your business, because this is the lifeblood of your business. Marketing is going to make sure that you got a good it's going to give you a great chance to stay in business. And analyzing your industry. What I mean by analyzing your industry, what is the trends that's going on in your industry? You must know that. You must know what is going on. You must stay in the know so where you can stay relevant, so where you can keep things fresh. You can keep that brand of yours alive. You can thank you. You can keep that brand alive. Then you can kind of cater your marketing campaigns to the trends, and then you can evolve you can evolve with your audience. You can evolve with your target market, and you can evolve with your audience because they will be attracted to you because of what you will be sharing with them and how you will be marketing to them. And that way your lines of communication with them will be, it'll be a top notch. So that's the purpose of all of that, to stay a top notch with your customers and things like that, right? And so also, and just like I mentioned about segmenting, so then you can segment them out how you see fit for your business. Segmentation is great. Even when you're email marketing, segment your people out. You don't have to send everybody the same email. You segment them out. And then each part of your business, remember I said multiple streams and how multiple ways that you can be in your business, doing business. Well, this way this can come into play too as well. You can segment it out and to find out who's going to get what information, who are you going to maybe promote a product to, because everybody may not need the same product at the same time. Whatever, if there's always graduation levels in your business too. So that is a good way to do that. Okay, so that's how you're going to make sure that happen as well. And then also find out, always survey your clients, do whatever you have to do to make sure that they are getting, they are in constant communication with you on however way you want to do it, whether you want to do it through email, whether you want to set up a free class for them, or if free information session, or free, just a free meetup, or whatever you want to do. You got to stay connected with your people. That is a good way to stay connected with them. Okay. All right. And then you're finding out your competitions, or even knowing your strengths and weaknesses and opportunities, threats and opportunities for your business, finding out those, and that way you can grow. But if you don't write this out, plan this out, you will never have any knowledge on any of it. And I'm sure that if any of you out here in business, y'all have heard this 1,000 times, but this is what it means. And it is done for a reason. It helps you stay relevant, and it helps you stay strong in what your business is out here doing, because everything evolves, trends happen. If you get, you stay behind the 8 ball, you're going to miss out on some opportunities. You may miss out on some contracts. You might miss out on some grants. You might miss out on some opportunities for your business to grow. So you always every day got to be working towards getting to the next level, and getting and staying out there and knowing what's what. Okay. And so that is going to be all. We'll talk tomorrow about a little bit more. We'll kind of like go a little bit deeper into this. But if y'all want the free guide, just go to the website, pushthedream.com, and you can have that. That is nothing, or you click the link in my bio wherever you are and get the free guide, and it'll take you through what we're talking about today too. It'll take you through it, and then also I will be definitely having we have if you want my mentorship, I'm having a program that I will be launching for Black Friday for you to work with me for a whole year as a group. So we'll get that done. I'm doing good. Yeah, doing good. Yeah. So hello. Yep, doing well. So but anyway, that's gonna be all right now. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. And I just wanted to go ahead and begin sharing this with you and talking about this with you about how to get your money in with your business idea. So you gotta make a plan, and you gotta plan it out, because if you got it planned out and writing your goals down for all of these things that we talked about, you're going to get it done. Okay. Because there's opportunity out here. But a lot of especially if you're doing B2B, a lot of companies going to look at the professionalism of your business. So we want you to have that professionalism in your business by doing some of these things that I mentioned in this, in this video here. So, but anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, and hope y'all having a wonderful rest of your Sunday afternoon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.